This channel presents to you. Can someone please explain business law in 1 minute? You clicked on this video because you want to understand business law. You want to start your own business, but you don't know where to start. Don't worry, we got you. Business law is not as complicated as it sounds. Stick with us for 1 minute and you will know what business law is all about. Let's go. Business law or commercial law is a body of rules and regulations that govern the operations of a business. It's important to note that business law isn't a distinct field of law, but rather a collection of legal principles from various areas of law that are relevant to business. These principles cover a wide range of topics, including the formation and operation of a business, contracts, sales, intellectual property, and business torts. When starting a business, there are several legal considerations that entrepreneurs must keep in mind. One of the first things you need to do is choose a business structure. This is because different types of businesses are subject to different laws and regulations. For example, a partnership is governed by the Partnership Act, while a corporation is subject to the Companies Act. Each of these structures has its own set of rules and requirements that must be followed in order to ensure that the business is operating legally and can protect the personal assets of the business owners. Another important aspect of business law is contract law. This area of law governs agreements between parties, including contracts for the sale of goods and services, leases and employment contracts. Businesses must ensure that their contracts are legally binding and enforceable in order to protect their interests. Intellectual property law is also a critical consideration for businesses. This area of law protects the rights of creators and inventors, and it covers things like patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. Businesses must be aware of their intellectual property rights and take steps to protect them from infringement by others. Business torts is another area of law that is relevant to the operation of a business. This area of law deals with civil wrongs that result in harm to another party, such as defamation, interference with contractual relations, and unfair competition. Businesses must be aware of the potential for tort liability and take steps to mitigate the risk. So now that you know the basics of business law, here are some tips on how to stay compliant. First, it's important to keep up to date with changes in legislation and regulations. This can be done by subscribing to legal updates from reputable sources. Second, businesses should have a clear understanding of their legal obligations, and they should implement policies and procedures to ensure compliance. This may involve conducting regular legal audits or seeking professional advice on specific legal issues. Third, businesses should train employees on legal compliance, and they should create a culture of compliance within the organization. Employees should be aware of their responsibilities and the consequences of non-compliance. Fourth, businesses should have a plan in place for dealing with legal issues and disputes. This may involve having a protocol for reporting legal issues to management or having a list of preferred vendors for legal services. Finally, businesses should use technology to their advantage. There are a number of software programs and online tools that can help businesses comply with legal requirements. By following these tips, businesses can minimize their risk of legal issues and create a more sustainable and profitable business. If you want to learn more about business law, click the link in the description below. We also have other videos that might be helpful for you, such as what is corporate law and how to choose a business name. Thanks for watching. See you next time.